Okay. I'm running a moonshine delivery, so y'all are in my session. And
Yeehaw, everybody! Welcome.
To it. Wow, that was all right. You fucking Brokeback Mountain over here. Hello.
Love you, man.
Welcome, ladies and germs, gents, bitches, and gentlemen. This is episode 28 of Thunderdome Podcast. Justin, you're still up for intros.
Yes, I am.
Until we hit episode, I think 50.
Probably.
Then it's my turn.
Hang on.
And I don't have special effects, so I just have to tap into my inner WWE wrestler, like, announcer from back in the day. It'll be wonderful.
All right.
Oh, more than once, you're going to hear my voice crack when I do it, and it's going to be really embarrassing for me, but it'll be fun for you guys. No, not like that. Like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thunderdome. Like, oh, God.
For some reason I didn't get kicked out of the shack, but it's alright, I'm coming.
Well, you don't get kicked out of the shack for me running a mission, but you have to go out there. That's why it'll take me out there because I initiated the mission, so it'll spawn me with the wagon. But it won't spawn you out there for being in the posse with me.
It's all good.
But I was gonna tell you guys I played Mario Party last night with DJ. We plugged it into the TV, and I hadn't played Mario Party in probably 10 years. I was a teenager last time I played Mario Party, like that at least. And I'm not talking about 18, 19. I'm talking about 15, 16. And I had Mario Party. I had the GameCube still. Well, I had the 360 as well, but we had a GameCube and I'd play Mario Party from time to time. Alright, let me see if they'll let me pass. So, watch out. Shit, kill him.
Let me know when to start the intro.
You could go whenever.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Thunderdome.
I like, he's got that energy. Got that energy for sure. I got guys coming up behind us.
Yep.
But, alright, well, welcome, everybody. Ladies and germs, bitches and gentlemen. This is episode 28 of the Thunderdome Podcast. I am Donut081893.
Lord of the Rings. And I am just in time for TV.
So now we're doing the official broadcast. We talked to Radio Kid before this, and everything, we're all still good in case anybody thought there was tension between us and Radio Kid for any reason. So we talked to Radio Kid. All is good between us and him. Obviously, there's nothing going on where he's not wanting to do anything with us. He's dealing with some personal stuff. He's dealing with some things, and we're not going to talk about them because we're not going to, we don't air a man's dirty laundry. And it's more of when a friend asks for help, you help him type of thing. But he's been handling that for the last several weeks, really over the course of the last month, it would seem. And that is why he has been absent. But we did talk to him today, and it's all good. We should be getting him. Hopefully, we get him back here sooner than later, and we get to resume regular operations. But until then, we'll keep doing what we do. That does not change that we are still looking for a 5th and 6th, and that is also something that we did discuss with Radio Kid about a 5th and a 6th. 5th and our possibly 6th co-host come onto the show and sort of be a part of this. So that is still on the table. I think it would just give us more talking points and more opinions in the room, and it would make for better conversation. So.
Yes.
So.
True.
I think so. All right.
Well, before we start the next session, I want to start off by saying my parts, I guess.
Yeah.
So I saw this past week. Let me pull it up real quick.
All right, we got Justin back with us now.
Apparently, I thought I was already in the posse.
I thought you were too.
But I guess
weird.
it just didn't register. I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Well, shit. You were there. I know it said
Oh, I
you
know I
joined the
was.
posse,
Yeah.
and then I don't know
Yeah.
if you timed out or something, or maybe because I ran that mission, it for some reason
Didn't let me
booted you
want
off or
to
something. I don't
join.
know. I don't know.
I
But
don't know. It's okay.
I see you loading in. I'm just heading over to Brace Whitman to fuck off while Austin gets ready to do his bits.
Well, so I know we all talked about New York Governor Andrew Cuomo.
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 Cuomo. Cuomo.
Um,
Cuomo.
I don't know if he's still the governor. Is he? He is.
He's looking to be impeached, although he's a scummy fucking New York type of sleazebag governor and politician. Essentially, he's more of a mafioso than a governor, but without being badass. He's just kind of a pathetic creep. He's facing impeachment, and they're going to vote him out. Even Biden, and this is one of those times I actually agreed with Joe Biden when he said that he said that Cuomo should resign because of this. And the thing is, it's not the sexual assault or harassment allegations, although that is also nefarious. That is heinous and wrong. What gets me is that he still is not facing any consequences for what happened with all those COVID patients being put in nursing homes where he killed 15,000 people.
Well, I guess.
Yeah. No, you go.
So they're saying Cuomo sexually harassed almost a dozen women, including employees in his office, and violated state and federal laws according to the findings of an investigation by the state attorney general's office. The embattled governor denied the accusations and vowed that he will not be distracted from his job. But within hours of the report's release, Democratic leadership, including longtime Cuomo ally Joe Biden, demanded he step down. And of course, you said that Biden said, "I think he should resign."
Yeah.
The investigation found that Cuomo sexually harassed 11 women, 9 of whom are current and former state employees, and 1 of whom is a New York State trooper. Wow.
Wow. Good lord.
None of them welcomed it, and all of them found it uncomfortable. New York Attorney General Letitia James, I think.
I don't. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay. Another case, one case, he grabbed an executive assistant by the buttocks and groped her under her shirt. Jesus.
Yeah, he's a creep, dude.
He fondled the state trooper by the report found.
Wow, he fondled a state trooper.
Yeah.
I mean, scumbag, but fucking doesn't give a fuck. Scummy politician that knows he's protected. He's not going to give a shit, man. Of course not.
This is the 165-page report also found the governor and his team retaliated against a former employee for coming forward, and that they fostered a toxic work environment. So pretty much that the Attorney General's office said it has an ongoing criminal investigation into Cuomo's conduct, and they will be formally requesting investigative materials from the Attorney General's office. It says AG's office. I'm pretty sure that means Attorney General.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not that smart, but I'm gonna assume.
It's a well-educated guess.
And of course, Cuomo in a video statement denied his any wrongdoing, obviously. Of course, that's what they always want to do once they get accused of something.
Of course, dude. Politicians never come clean with the shit they did.
So apparently, this shit's still going on. So it's still being pretty much under investigation.
The problem is that he should not only be impeached, he should go to jail.
Yeah,
he should go to jail, and we can talk about why. Because
the reports are there.
The reports are there.
Do you think his brother is ignoring all this?
I hate Chris Cuomo. The Cuomo brothers are the most toxic pieces of garbage on the freaking planet Earth, dude. Like, I hate to say it, but only senile people like my fucking parents think that, like, the Cuomo brothers are wholesome. The Cuomo brothers are goddamn toxic people. They are horrible. They are absolutely horrible. You have the governor who's sexually harassing women, killing a bunch of people because he doesn't want to use resources that were given by President Trump because, they kind of defeat the whole orange man bad narrative. And then you have his brother, who is this cringe-worthy media shill, who has this just bonkers fucking show, stupid as fuck, who is also just a lying, just tin can of trash. Just he said he had COVID, and then people see him out and about. You know, he even got called out for violating his own quarantine. He did that. He filmed that whole bit where he's coming out of the basement, and it's so stupid. And he's like, I'm finally coming out of quarantine. I've been there the whole time. Bullshit. He was never there.
Kind of like Ted Cruz.
I would agree. Ted Cruz was just a dumbass. Like Ted Cruz decided to go to fucking Cancun during the snowpocalypse in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And it quickly turned around and was like, oh, no, yeah, I agree his cover-up was garbage. He was like, oh, I was just sending my family there. Bullshit, you're going to go hide. You're going to go live in luxury in Cancun while the rest of Texas froze. By the way, I'm not a fan of Ted Cruz's personality. I think he's constitutional as a politician, but like his personality, he's such an awkward goof.
Yes, he is.
He is. Like if he wasn't so awkward, I would probably like him a little bit more.
But I guess that's the recent update for Cuomo and his investigation. So it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
So that's the latest for that. But in other news, coming next year, I think it was September. Yeah, September 2nd of next year. They kind of teased a picture of this. They're gonna make a Lord of the Rings, I guess, show on Prime.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. They kind of teased a picture. And it looks pretty cool. It got me excited. Oops. And I just tripped over a wagon. And then you got the Still Olympics going on. The majority of it's showing track and field now, and men's basketball just finished up last night. And if anybody didn't watch it, but the men won gold. So that's good. They actually
our men's basketball won gold.
Yes.
I mean,
they weren't looking so hot at the beginning, but they they actually redeemed themselves and beat France.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that they lost, like we took an NBA loss at all for the first time since 2004. It's kind of like I think it shows where we're at with like what we're like. And I don't know if it's just a reaction to COVID or whatnot, but
yeah, at least we won gold though. That's all that matters.
Yeah, we still won gold. Speaking of which, there's a lot of people that have been taking gold. So like, I think even though we might not be looking as good as we have in the past, I still think we're gonna win. Like we're gonna have the most gold medals brought home, which is always nice.
I mean, we did pretty good. I mean, honestly, with COVID going on, we didn't have like everybody that we would usually have.
Well, I think there was
part
of COVID and part of this like social justice crap going on because Japan was also very adamant that like there was to be no social justice protesting, even with things just like jerseys at the Olympics. Like they didn't want anything. It was like this isn't the time for. And I tend to agree with this. Oh god damn it, I'm down. And I'm dead. No.
And then just recently you had the baseball game between Japan and U.S. for the gold medal game, and Japan just won 2-0.
Damn it, we lost to the Japanese in baseball.
Well, the Japanese are pretty good, and we didn't have any good players really on baseball.
Besides Todd Frazier.
But,
that's all.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
of
not
course,
saying he's bad. That's all we had.
No, he's not. No.
You had Simone Biles coming back from her couple days of.
She just needed to like recharge her batteries, and I get that.
And she ended up winning bronze, I think.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what? I'm still proud of her.
Yeah. So it's been a crazy Olympics, but it's almost coming to an end. This week is, or I think this weekend is like the last few days.
This Sunday.
I think it does end this Sunday. Like, do you mean tomorrow or next Sunday?
Yeah, this Sunday.
Should be
Tomorrow.
Like tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Oh shit! I can't believe it's already over. Then.
I know. It was the fastest 2 weeks.
But at least they were able to stick with it and continue doing the Olympics this year.
Yeah. Well, I am glad that we got to see the Olympics still, and I'm glad they went. That they were a successful Olympics without any incidences. All right, let's get out of here. I'm wanted.
How are you?
Yes. Lush.
Oh, you're on my horse.
Ride, boy.
That guy's just gonna stand there by the gate, or the. Lead me to a destination.
Oh shit! Just keep riding. I'll put a point on the map. Balls. Let's book it to Valentine.
Right. Sweet girl. Yeah, you're happy. I know you are. Oh, shit.
Jeez.
Oh god.
Hold on, my controller keeps disconnecting.
Is that why he ran into me?
Oh, now I'm wanted.
What the fuck?
Alright.
Alright, I'm getting the fuck out of here before they start chasing me again. But I'm gonna say the whole Simone Biles thing, I don't really like that some people came out against. I thought it was dumb that a lot of, and it was like politically motivated. It was like, oh, you're supposed to be at the Olympics, like you don't take breaks. Like, dude, fuck you. No, like, if you need to like take a second for yourself, I don't condemn that. Even if you are an Olympic athlete, it's like, all right, man, that's cool. Like, how are you gonna be like a dickhead about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
So.
People just don't understand.
See, I support things like I support Simone Biles needing to take like a few days for her own mental health. Like I support that. I don't support bitches like Gwen Berry, who also meddled in nothing, who are like, oh, racism, blah blah blah, and then like makes herself look like some sort of weird.
God.
I don't know what you'd call her, but it's like shaman woman looking thing.
Thank God my horse stops.
So.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, that was the one who at the tryouts for the Olympics for I don't know if it was the shot putting, but I think it was, or something else. But for women's shot put, she came in third, and then they played the national anthem as you do at the United States Olympic tryout team. And then they made the big fuss about its racism, and she wasn't expecting it. And it's like, how are you not expecting it? It's the country's national Olympic tryout team, and you know they're going to play the national anthem at some point for the people that medal. They're going to do it. That's just the fucking truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's all the kind of big news I have for
Yeah,
my portion, I should say.
I got you.
Nothing too else. I guess nothing else crazy going on.
Yeah. Justin, you want to go?
I think I just have one thing.
That's
About what was it? It was about the It was about not carnival. It was about the cruise lines. Can't remember if it was actually somebody actually got the virus on that, or if it's just I don't remember what it was. I looked at it the other day and I can't find it anymore, but it was something about like, let's see if I can find it. I don't know if y'all heard about that, at all?
I heard a few things about cruise liners. Nothing about like in what context? Because there's a few things I've heard.
I heard
Some of
like
it is that
mask
like
mandates and stuff.
Either mask mandates or I don't know if it was probably somebody got COVID on there. I don't know, but like,
well, the problem is you have so these when you put all these people on these ships, and that's why I'm not like totally keen on cruise ships coming back just yet. Like and usually and I know that sounds weird for me, but I'm usually pro do whatever the fuck you want. The only reason I say that the cruise ships are a bad idea because you put all these people out at sea, right? And then you're essentially turning these fucking boats into petri dishes, you know? It's a massive petri dish. There's a lot of people, especially when it's all confined. I mean, cruise ships don't have open rooms. It's pretty tight spaces. Like everyone's breathing on each other, coughing on each other. People are gonna get sick. Add the fact that you got, only a ship. You don't have access, like immediate access to a ton of medical stuff. You don't have a ton of medical equipment and supplies and just medicine in general. To like, if something were to happen, if you had an outbreak of a sickness on the boat, you know.
Yep.
So I just that one to me, I actually am erring on the side of caution, and until they can find a way to really like you pretty much like there if you want to bring it back, there has to be a lot more health precautions, and right now I think like the problem is no one can afford to take those health precautions anymore. And it's kind of shitty because we're seeing a lot of infrastructure crumbling. That I mean, I'm not saying cruise ships are like vital, essential things, but they're social and recreational. People want to do it. Like people should be allowed to do it. If you want to and you have the means to go on a cruise, go on a cruise. And if you choose to take the risk associated with your health when you go on said cruise, that is fine and dandy. It's your choice. But that also that's like that's the argument I have, but I still think there's some reason to err on caution's side for this argument.
Yeah. Well, it's time will tell for what happens on cruise ships for the rest of the year. I mean, we're almost done with the year.
We really are almost done with the year. And I'm gonna go back to the camp real quick because I got a bunch of pelts and stuff I'm gonna drop off. But do you guys want to run a bounty after that?
Yeah, I'll just stay here in Valentine.
Okay, because I was just gonna do the bounty board at Emerald Station, and we can go do Yukon Nick because it's just the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to do the Wolfman, we can also do Wolfman. But Wolfman's a pain in the ass. I think actually let's do Wolfman because I think it pays more. Yeah. So I did want to do. I have a few bits that I want to talk about. One is the main one to me is the eviction moratorium. And so at the beginning of this week, it seemed like there was not going to be an extension to the eviction moratorium, and I think they did finally extend it. I'm not sure. It sounds like they extended it to October 3rd, and that is I don't know if it's set in stone, but I think that's what they're shooting for. See, the CDC said that out, which. I don't understand why the CDC is giving guidance on eviction moratoriums and such like that. It's not their place, I don't think. And B, the problem is, I think the minute this happened, a bunch of homeowners and landlords, not homeowners, but landlords and property managers have come out and filed lawsuits against the president because he did say that he wanted to do this. At first he said he doesn't know if he can get around the constitutional aspect of it. But then he's like, I'm going to do it because the Supreme Court said no, right? And love or hate the president, you have to understand when the Supreme Court says no, it means no. Like that is the supreme law of the land as far as the courts go. And the issue with it is he Supreme Court says no, president says I'm going to do it anyway. Come on, man. He does it, and then so a bunch of lawsuits got filed against the president. And the thing is, I'm on the side of the landlords, obviously, because you have people on the left that say being a landlord isn't a real job. Well, the fuck it's not. You're managing property. That is an absolute job. That is an absolute task because managing property is not fucking easy. It's difficult. You have to pay for upkeep. You have to keep it clean. You have to do all the things for it, and actually treat your properties right, so people will come and want to stay there, and then pay you to stay there, and so on and so forth. You know, it's not just, hey, I'm going to do whatever I want, and then, you know, no consequences.
Yep.
And then, but the problem is, if you put this eviction moratorium on from the government on these landlords, and you put it into you put it into the property market, the housing market, and everything else, we're already in a bubble. We're already in a bubble, and it's only a time until the bubble pops when it comes to pricing of property. But now you're taking that money, you're taking the property, and by means the value of this asset, which is property as an asset, you're taking that away from the people who rightfully own it, and you're giving it to people who do not own it. The government can't take your land, and if they do they can't take your land. They have to pay you for it. It's called eminent domain. You can't the government can't just come take your land and give it to somebody else. Because you can't do that. You know, how are these landlords supposed to get their money if these tenants don't want to pay? Because they're like, oh, well, I don't have to pay, but I'm gathering unemployment or welfare or whatever the fuck, or my stimmy checks. And I'm just, I don't give a shit. I'm going to do whatever I want. It's like, dude, this is not how that works. Like, you have to pay you have to pay the value of the property. And it was understanding for like maybe a few months, and it's like, okay, like no one, like but you had to make the deal with the property owners too, the people who own these rental spaces. It has to be like that. Where is Austin in the game?
Valentine.
Are you in the posse?
Yeah.
I don't see your tent at camp. There you are in here. What the fuck? Well,
Small tent.
Yeah, no, I know. I just didn't. I thought you had an actual tent. I'm not seeing your tent. Because usually your tent shows up at the camp.
Yeah, it's alright. Maybe it's because I'm not actually at the camp. I don't know.
Oh, never mind. I see it.
It's hard. It's hard to. Or you can miss it because it's a tiny tent. Saving up for a bigger one at some point.
He just shot at your tent.
I shot the lantern on your tent.
Oh.
Did it work? Did it burn?
No.
That's a candle. I don't think you can shoot
I did.
that. Oh.
Shot it on my screens.
Some tenderfoot drew his iron on, shot the damn dirt, and ran.
And then I just found out that half of America is fully vaccinated.
Yep. We got roughly 165 million people or so. That's roughly half. Maybe not exactly down, but in the grand scheme, that's roughly half. But that's good. That's good that we have that many people vaccinated. That half of America is vaccinated. It's as much as people think I'm not for the vaccine, I've actually started to consider it because I just have not talked to a doctor in a long time. So I don't, and I did, I grew up with some respiratory issues. Not like crazy ones, like I had asthma and stuff, but I've also caught bronchitis a couple of times, and that wasn't fun. So.
No, it's never fun.
Yeah.
It all sucks.
I don't know, it's just something, and also I was just like, I would actually just, if I can talk to a doctor about it, I'd rather talk to a doctor about it. But I'm leaning towards, actually getting it, because it's like, all right, well, I might as well. Mm-hmm. At some point, I'm going to have to, so you might as well get ahead of the curve, but we'll see.
It's been since February for me.
Yeah.
And everything's been okay with me. I haven't had any symptoms or any problems.
Yeah.
But I'm still, like I said, I'm still taking it safe and wearing my mask and stuff at certain places, like if I'm going shopping or...
Yeah. And I think this is going to become a thing where you have to get a booster. Like once a year, once every other year. That's what they're talking about.
Also going to mention, I heard this week that they were talking about boosters happening, I guess, sometime it's next month.
Israel's already set to roll that out sooner than later. They're already talking about it.
Yeah, Israel's it's going to happen pretty soon. Within the next month.
It's going to happen, and like I don't know. The reason I say I'm going to talk to my doctor is because I always say whenever we talk about this, you should talk to your doctor if you have questions, if you're on the fence about it. And so I'm like, well, I can't not do that. I have to kind of practice what I preach.
Yep.
So that's pretty much like the main reasoning behind that. But also like, which one should I get? Is there side effects to one that there aren't for another? Like,
Well, Pfizer's the
You know what
top
I mean?
one, and that hasn't.
Pfizer's the top one? I thought the mRNA, the Moderna, was the top
Or
one.
they're.
No,
I mean, they're both about the same, honestly. But I think Pfizer's.
I think Pfizer's getting more traction around the world.
Yeah, and that's what we got.
Yeah. Well, I remember there was the AstraZeneca one that was dog shit.
Oh no.
Because that was like the one and done, but it had so many bad side effects. People were getting fucked up from the vaccine.
I would
the
not
virus.
get that one.
Yeah, no, AstraZeneca is no bueno. The Johnson and Johnson, I don't think is as bad as people think, but because there's all those the talk about like a small percentage of people having heart complications. Like, I get it.
I still wouldn't
Because a
get that
small,
one.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. If you have actual heart issues, I would just stay the fuck away from that one entirely. What's funny is that
That's
people
me.
are like, this is, yeah, exactly, I know. The funny thing is at the beginning of this, people were like, this is all brand new stuff. Like, no. Even though I'm always skeptical of what the government does. I will never trust them. But I also don't see, so they're saying like mRNA technology is new. And it's not necessarily new. It's been around for like 20 or 30 years. Like mRNA technology and vaccines with the whole spike protein business. It's.
Yep.
Are we doing Wolfman or Yukon Nick?
Wolf.
Let's do Wolfman. All right, I'm loading it up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. With the whole mRNA thing, like, that's not new. We've had that for decades now. Now, granted, like if you have questions about how, there have been people on both sides, and it typically is that people on the right or the more anti-government, anti-establishment people are generally distrustful of anything the government puts out. So that's why their skepticism comes from these vaccines. That's where their skepticism comes for these vaccines. And I listen. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but on this one I kind of get it because I also don't agree with how this whole thing was narrated to us. Right? What was super spreader events and what wasn't. Like, even though it was a medical issue, it became highly politicized in the U.S., which was fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me it makes sense. Like, how does it make sense that January 6th, the whole Capitol riot and any Proud Boy, any right-wing pro-Trump events were super spreader events, but like all the BLM and Antifa and more left-wing liberal riots that happened literally all last summer and burnt down cities and actually killed quite a bit of people too. How are those not super spreader events? And that's not a COVID risk, but like, certain people of a certain worldview getting together is a super spreader event.
Yeah.
I did not bring my winter gear for this fucking mission.
Me neither, but it's okay. I think we'll be alright.
I know we lose health and stuff faster, yeah. We're gonna lose some health. We're gonna have bears in this mission, and we're gonna have wolves all over the place.
Yep.
So I would say rifle, and if you have a good shotgun or something, rock that, but
I'm pulling out my shotgun.
yeah.
But yeah, if you do have your own doctor, Neil, I would.
Yeah,
talk
I
to
would.
them.
Yeah, well, I gotta find a doctor first because I don't technically have a primary care provider right now. So I still fall under, I think, like the Cobra plan of TRICARE for 6 months post separation. So I've got like 3 months down, 3 to go. And I need to go to the VA anyway and set my disability stuff. Like, I actually have to get over there and have a doctor see me, but they suck at everything they do. So, they never fucking help. Who is not here? Which one of y'all isn't here? Who's with me? Justin, Austin, where are you?
I'm in the middle of the lake.
Wait, why are you out in the middle of the lake, sir?
Aren't we searching for Wolfman?
Yeah, but stick together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I know where he's at because he usually is in like one of two places. And right now, I'm just happy that it's like it's daylight out and we have visibility. All right, where are you guys at? Because we need to get together.
I'm
All right,
right here.
I see Justin. I see Austin. Austin, catch up. Let's try to have the fastest horse.
Well, I'm in the snow. It's kind of difficult.
Well, we're all in the snow. So, also, real quick, we gotta give an RIP. Thea White, the voice of Muriel Bay and Courage the Cowardly Dog, passed away unfortunately at the age of how old was she?
I think 81.
81. Yeah, 1940 to August of 2021. Unfortunately, she passed away. So I don't know. I grew up with that show, so it kind of sucked. I haven't watched it in years, and obviously they stopped airing episodes. But that was a pretty awesome. It was a pretty creepy fucking show growing up with, but it was a pretty awesome show. So, obviously, rest in peace to Thea White.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Muriel. But that was a sad one. So fair winds.
Yeah.
Good ma'am. But and the last one is so. Hang on, let me see. I gotta read this one. So the Arizona State Senate demands the arrest of Dominion and Maricopa County officials for the refusal to comply with the subpoena for the audit of the 2020 presidential election votes. So I know that, and Twitch, please don't pull the plug just yet. Hear me out. We're not here to speculate on what happened with the 2020 election. Obviously, we know who the commander-in-chief is. We're not here to contest that. Here's my only thing: is if we're confident that Joe Biden won the presidency, fair and square, he beat Donald Trump fair and square. Perfect. I got him. Take out the wolves for me. Here's my whole thing about it is like, it shouldn't be an issue that they want to audit the votes. If we're confident that Joe Biden won the vote fair and square, I think we should just say, okay, fine, take the audit. You get your audit, and then after your audit, you're done. Like, you don't get to continue to make demands, but we will see your audit, and that is fine, because it doesn't. Like, if you're confident, if you know you won, right? Why would you be like, no, I'm not going to have this thing contested? Like, I will not have questions. I will, don't question my authority, type of thing. I don't know where my horse is, so one of y'all take him. Oh my god. Why? Oh my god. Stay still. Fuck. Shot a wolf in the face just to put this stupid criminal on the back of your horse.
The horses are staggered and like scared and whatnot.
Alright, let's go. Take him to the jail. I don't know what to think about it. I know most people are like, there's no need for an audit, Biden won. I think the problem is, it's the same reason how he got elected. It's not about love for Biden, it's about hate for Trump. And hate for, I guess, non-establishment people, which is weird. I didn't know that we had started to, instead of rage against the machine, it's rage on behalf of the machine type of shit. Like, I don't love Donald Trump, but if he won the election fair and square, like him or not, that's how the system works. And all these leftists are like, no, it doesn't. No, we're not doing this. And then, whenever we got someone who we don't like in, and we try to contest, it's like, oh, you're a bunch of sore losers. So let's not forget how fast the script got flipped from, and there's gonna be a bear up here, so watch out. The script got flipped from 2016, Donald Trump is a Russian asset, and it was stolen from Hillary Clinton, to he stole the Joe Biden, won fair and square, but Republicans were the ones saying that he may have been swindled out of an election win. When one side says it because the whole media apparatus kind of works that way. Oh, there's a fucking bear just charged out of the woods, and I blast him with the elephant rifle.
I'm still moving.
Yeah, no. this is about not wanting to be. This is about not wanting Trump to be in office, rather than like what's actually right. This is simply about that. It has nothing to do with what's best for the country, or who actually won the presidency fair and square. This is about party politics and identity politics, and people not wanting to understand that maybe that the person they did not like actually won the election because more Americans want that type of leadership than this establishment kind of crony corporatist machine, and on both sides of the aisle, not just with the Democrats and with Joe Biden. I mean, we had it with the Republicans with George Bush, for sure, and then we got Obama, and we all thought he was going to be like the different guy, and yeah, I think he did a lot of things right in his first term for sure. Maybe not everything was implemented perfectly, but I think his ideas were good. Like, I did like the idea. The concept of Obamacare is a good concept. Like, the Affordable Care Act. The problem is, it's the execution of it is flawed, but not in the way that some people would think. Like, not in the way that people who support it hardcore think. Because I still think you have to have
Finally.
a what?
Finally ranked up.
Nice. You have to have a. What was I saying? Fuck.
All I heard was you have to have
We're talking about like establishment people, and like we had this establishment with George Bush, and Obama did a lot of things right. Oh yeah, his Affordable Care Act. When he did it, it's like, yeah, you can still keep your doctor, but then like the implementation of it went horribly wrong. Some people couldn't keep their doctor, or they did, but they still got, they were still having to, they were either. I don't know what it is, because you came at it a lot of taxes, and so people would have it. And I support the idea, because like I do think like universal healthcare should be a thing, but there should also be an open market. If you want privatized healthcare, you still pay the taxes because you're gonna contribute to your country in some way where it's actually effective and worthwhile, and something that a lot of people can get behind. But I think a lot of people are. I don't know. We know the capitalist system works to a degree, but people are also like, I don't know. I would have no problem if we had a universal health care, because I think we all deserve to be able to like get taken care of in the hospital. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I shouldn't have to buy a doctor, essentially. Like, I understand doctors need to make their money, and being a doctor costs a lot of money to go to med school and everything. But like, I don't know, you can't force people to take a pay cut like that, or you have to like refine the system. We talked about it with Radio Kid before, how the system doesn't exactly work how it's supposed to, because like how it's essentially it's a business version of medicine. Like, people are like, oh no, well, if you can't afford my services, you won't get health care, or you won't get as quality of health care in some cases. That's just the way America's always gotten down. Who's on the minigun?
Me.
Austin.
Nice. Lay down some hate. Nice. His head came off. Alright. Awesome, I'm gonna blow up the still here soon.
Alright. Go ahead. I shouldn't be affected.
Shouldn't be. Right in the hole. Alright. We got a few more closing in. We can fight them inside or outside.
Just one guy left.
Is it? Nope, Justin got him. Nice. Well, there's been a few other things. I think with the military, we're seeing a weird sort of cultural shift in the military, and we're moving away from being lethal and we're getting closer to trying to be more inclusive, right? We have to include everyone in what we do. It's not about maintaining the standards of being someone who kicks in doors and kills the enemy. It's about, well, can we let these people do it who otherwise wouldn't meet the physical standards but need representation within the military community. And for the record, I've worked with plenty of soldiers that were of different races, religions, sexual preferences, or even identities. There was even people, the bottom line was they could always carry the weight and do the job. That isn't really what that's because there was never any issue with that. They always worked. They were they could carry what they needed to carry. They could do what they needed to do, and that never faltered. So it's like, all right, well, do whatever the fuck you want then. I have no issues with anything.
Yeah.
But I think we're shifting away from that, and our politics is shifting away from that as well. But we're also losing the sight of the fact that there's a lot of shit going on in the world that it's not going to be able to be contained forever. Like, some stuff's going to happen. Because we'll
Every
just
day
look at what's happening with not just in America, across the world. And we're already on the cusp of shooting at each other. I cannot imagine. Oh, collectible flower. Sorry.
It's okay.
I can't imagine what's going on in other countries. Like other countries where this shit's already going on. You got Cuba going through its own revolution. I don't know how bad things are still in South Africa, if they're still rioting and stuff, or it's calmed down at all. But it sounds like it's at least stopped or scaled down significantly at the very slightest. But they still have shit going on over there. You still have shit going on in the Middle East. You've got actual national moves like Russia moving on Ukraine, wanting to take that area, take Crimea. You've got China wanting to take Taiwan. You've heard about what's going on in North Korea, and I wanted to, when I mentioned this, we were talking about Matt earlier. We're not about him. We were talking with Matt earlier, and one of the things we did talk about is the conditions in China and the conditions in North Korea. And there's two groups, one group and one person I want to shout out. And if you this is something you're interested in, you want to learn more, I definitely recommend checking it out. But a group called China Uncensored, where they get an unfiltered, unbiased view of what actually goes down in China, with the government, with the Chinese Communist Party, with just everything that they do, and just how kind of messed up it really is. And then the other person I want to shout out is Yeonmi Park. Yeonmi Park is maybe a month younger than me, born in October of 1993, from North Korea. Just freaking, the story is both it's a lot of things, but it's horrifying and tragic, and also very uplifting in some ways. In some ways of the story, it is uplifting, but it's also it immediately gets some parts that are uplifting immediately get kind of dark. Escape from North Korea at 13, but the conditions there were so bad that people are just dying in the streets, and rats will eat the bodies. And it's sad because then you're talking about children, and the rats will eat the children. But then children will eat the rats, just grab them and eat them raw, because people are starving that badly over there. They would eat a raw rodent with all of its disease and all of its just nasty. They just grab a rat off the ground and eat it. It's dude, that is disgusting and horrifying to think that's the life you live.
Yeah.
That is, and the problem is that's actually a reality in the world. That's not something, and it's weird because we as Americans can't grasp that, because we live in this very safe, kind of sheltered, insulated community and country. I mean, besides Canada and Mexico, no one has direct access to us. I mean, we've got oceans on both sides of us between us and all of our enemies. At least the ones that aren't in South America. There's, obviously that land connection there, but we're both physically, geographically, economically, all these different. We're protected and insulated. We're not going to suffer the way these guys do. Our way of lives might be changing. We might be seeing different trends pop up, but you're not going to see I don't know. You're not going to see the stuff that happens in China or North Korea happening in a large scale in America. At least I don't think so. I would not assume that it would ever be that way.
No.
But listen to some of those stories is just horrifying. To think that that's actually the way people live.
Here.
Why, people say that, and that's a thing called the normalcy bias. You know what I mean? Like people will think that everything is normal and nothing will ever happen in America that happens in other parts of the world because we're America, right? That doesn't happen to us. We don't deal with these horrible things the way other people have to, and
But then it
because
can
again,
happen, of course.
of course, like this, what we live in is an anomaly. The society we live in, this soft, squishy culture, this sort of like how we exist. That's the exception, not the rule to life on Earth. It's a human society. Like, what's funny is so I was talking with Deidre the other day. This was actually like a week or two ago, and I was telling her how like the statistic is that 1 in 4 Americans will encounter real violence in their life, like which means someone will try to hurt you or like mug you or inflict actual bodily harm upon you essentially. And she said like it's not a 1 in 4 statistic in South Africa. That's everyone deals with that shit. Like everyone deals with violence. Everyone will deal with violence at one point in their life. That is not. Nobody is safe from that. It's like, dude, like we have it pretty damn good. And then you hear stories about North Korea, and you hear stories about Iran. If you're gay, you get thrown off like a 40-story building just for being gay, because that's a autocratic theocracy, because they're all under like strict religious religious Islamic law, and they will just kill you. You're gay, off the roof. Oh, you think you're a woman, but you were born with a dick, into the burner with you, like down the wood chipper. We joke about doing that with pedophiles, and I totally support doing that to pedophiles, but we don't actually deal with that. We don't have people getting killed just for like being gay or being themselves via like an actual just purely barbaric method.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a and when we really break it down, is there really a humane way to like kill a dude? But I guess the less amount of pain, and the more humane is what we're correlating those two things. But yeah, the fact that, and I'm not talking about like even people who do like jujitsu or martial arts, or even people who maybe the people who competitively fight can kind of be exempt from this, because like violence is a part of your life, like, but in a way that it's not uncontrolled. So it's still not the same, but there might be some exemption, because like, yes, if someone tried to actually inflict violence upon them, they're very well equipped and trained to handle that. But the fact that most Americans don't train martial arts or don't practice their marksmanship skills, or go to the range or even actively conceal carry, and like take responsibility for their safety, even if they're like, oh, it'll never happen here, blah blah blah. Okay, we understand that, again, that normalcy bias. I think it'll never happen to you, or I think it'll never happen here because you are in America and blah blah blah. That's not how that fucking works. I mean, you're gonna have people that want to hurt you. You're gonna have people that want to piss you off, that want to get you to do something, or they're just going to actively try to hurt you.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like I think we need people to be like, I think we need to be bringing back mandatory martial arts in schools, and starting in elementary school, have them learn something that's not quite as exceptionally violent. Maybe not like MMA, but you're learning something that's somewhat practical. You're learning like maybe kickboxing or boxing, without like the intent to compete. But I think the fact that we have to have people at least trained in that is what I'm getting at. And people also need to understand, like, protecting, like, being responsible for your safety is not a bad thing. I don't know where we got this idea that like we should only trust the police, or we should only trust people in a uniform with a badge and a gun. Like, absolutely not. I'll take care of myself.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna head over to Blackwater. Fuck off for a bit. Everyone should be at least doing something active. I recommend doing like having one martial art in your life. You at least train a few times a week, maybe. Like, you don't even have to do it like 5 days a week. I'm talking like 2 or 3 times. Just to have a somewhat of a repetition of training and putting yourself in like high pressure scenarios voluntarily, of course, like controlled chaos and whatnot. But I think you need to have that more. I mean, everyone should be doing it. But then again, like I would love for America to turn into a warrior society where that's the norm, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't know, but that's really all I got. I didn't do a whole lot of digging this week. It's been a busy week, and like I said, I've been dealing with a dingleberry of a coworker, so I'm not really. It was other things I was dealing with rather than staying up to date on the news as much as I should be. I was bad about it.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, things happen every day, and some things don't.
Yeah, but I know we did. Another thing, we did export a ton of, like, millions upon millions of COVID vaccines. I think the Johnson and Johnson one got sent all over the world. Pfizer, excuse me. There was Pfizer. I know went to like South Africa and a few other countries, and I know. Well, I did see a thing in the news that there was also a couple million Johnson and Johnson ones that got sent out across the world. But I feel like we were dicks about that. We probably gave them like countries don't really like.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Venezuela, here you go. You can have your COVID vaccines. Or like, hey, Pakistan, here you go, man. We want you to be safe. But besides that, man, it's been a relatively kind of quiet, uneventful week. And I just didn't really do much, so
It's all good.
I got a whole lot else left. Yeah,
Can't
I ain't got too much else,
perfect
but
every week.
I try to be perfect every week. It's my aspirations, my life's ambition, man.
Not really for me. I just take it day by day, minute by minute.
Yeah, but well, that's all I got for this week's episode. I know it was a relatively short one, but I think we kept it under an hour, and that's not bad.
Yeah, that's what we always try and shoot for, is keeping it short a little bit.
Yeah, I think
whenever
the
it's
hour's the
just
sweet
us three.
spot. I think the hour's the sweet spot. Oh yeah, the Halo Infinite flight did happen. Did end after this week, I believe, this past week. It looked really promising. It looks like Halo Infinite's gonna be an awesome installation in the Halo series. It aims to kind of both get back to move, bitch. But Infinite looked good. Sorry, I was beating up a dude in the bar.
It's classy. Yeah, I think we talked about it before. I can't remember.
We did. I just wanted to reiterate the flights did happen. They looked amazing. I think we're going to be in store for a really awesome game. I think the delay was the right move, and I think most people are excited about what's going to happen. And the multiplayer looked really solid. The Infinite, the campaign trailers have all looked really good. All the audio bits we've gotten about the campaign look solid. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I think we're going to have a really great game. And I think 343 got back to sort of the roots of Bungie, because they brought back Joseph Staten and a few other of the old guard type individuals from the Bungie days. And I think we're in store for we're in store for a good game, fellas. And I know it'll be a while before I get a Series X. Probably at least another year or two, even.
Same with us.
Yeah, the cost of it is a bit much, guys. That's the only thing I'm going to say. The cost of the Series X is a tad high.
Well, that and I really don't see a need for getting one now. I mean, since Justin and I both have the X, and it's been doing fine for us.
Right. I agree. I won't. If I do get a Series X, I will keep the one. Because this is like a 1X, I think. And I will keep it because I do want to continue to play games on this that I might not be able to play right away, on the Series X, or because the Series X won't even have that many titles out yet. So I plan to hold on to the one for quite a while, so long as it works. I mean, I bring back, keeping your video game systems like pristine and in working order. Like, that was never a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's exciting. We got until
Yep.
October until it comes out.
I think September or November. I can't remember.
Maybe I can't remember either. But it's gonna be this year, so it's still exciting.
Yeah,
For people that have the
it'll be
Series
good.
X.
It'll be a good time. Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh damn! I just got beat to death on the docks. Well, I got nothing else for this week, guys. That's all I got. Sorry, it was a little lackluster compared to previous episodes, but I think we still hit some good stuff.
Yeah, enough stuff for the three of us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I got nothing. Anybody got a product shout out of the week or person shout out of the week or something, or anything like that? Do you want to shout out anybody who's any of the like Olympic people, Olympic athletes?
Team USA, good job. You did pretty
All
good.
the
this,
athletes in
this
that are
Olympics
competing.
Yeah, it was a good Olympics. It
had
was a
some
valiant effort.
downfalls at the beginning, but then we ended up probably, I can't remember. Let me look at the medal count real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why. I guess because they're going off of gold medals, but technically we're.
Hey, miss a man. If you ain't first, you're last.
I mean, gold medals. China has 38, and we have 36. But we have 108 medals total, and China has 87. So I guess they're going off of gold medals for the medal count.
Yeah. Well, I would
but I
assume
think
so.
there's still more Olympics happening tonight. And
Yeah,
then
of course.
Maybe tomorrow morning, I would assume. But we're already technically we're on top.
Yeah. I think we're still going to come out with the highest gold medal count. I don't think that's going to change at all.
Just need 3 more to beat China.
Yeah, just 3 more,
If
but
they don't keep winning anymore, but we'll see.
We'll see. Well, keep up with the Olympics tonight, and yeah, then we'll talk about them next week.
Yes.
All right.
Recap.
All right. Sounds good. Well, hopefully next week we have Radio Kid back. We'll have some good conversation. Hopefully, it's more stuff to talk about. And maybe the news will be worth it down. Be a little
We're
juicier.
still looking for another fifth for sure.
We are
and
still
then
looking for a
sixth.
5th, and then 6th is negotiable.
Yes. So if you're interested, you can join our Discord. I will post it in the chat, and also it's posted in the description on my YouTube video as well.
Nice. All right. Well,
Just
if we got nothing
message
else,
on there,
Justin,
and if you're interested.
Yeah. Yep. Otherwise, Justin, take us home.
All right.
Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for today's episode of the Thunderdome podcast. See y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Deuces, y'all.